Story 1 of 5. Shooting at White House Correspondents Dinner targets Trump administration officials. Shooting at White House Correspondents Dinner targets Trump administration officials. Here's what every outlet agrees on. A shooter, identified as Cole Thomas Allen, 31, from Torrance, California, was apprehended after charging a security checkpoint at the Washington Hilton Hotel during the White House Correspondents' Dinner on April 26, 2026, around 8:36 p.m. local time. Allen was armed with a shotgun, a handgun, and multiple knives when he attempted to breach the security checkpoint. The suspect was a guest at the Washington Hilton Hotel, where the dinner was held. Donald Trump, Melania Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and other cabinet members were evacuated from the ballroom after gunshots were heard. A Secret Service agent was shot but survived due to a bulletproof vest. No other injuries were reported among attendees. But not all outlets told the same story. The New York Post published a manifesto allegedly written by Allen, but The Guardian notes that the authenticity of the manifesto has not been independently verified by all sources. The New London Police Department said they were contacted by Allen's family at 10:49 p.m. on April 26, 2 hours after the shooting, but the White House indicated police were told in the minutes before the shooting. Some sources, like ABC, report that Allen's manifesto explicitly excluded FBI Director Kash Patel as a target, while others, like The Guardian, mention Patel's name in the context of the investigation without confirming whether he was excluded. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, SBS News, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 2 of 5. Colombia highway bombing kills 20 ahead of May 31st presidential elections. Colombia highway bombing kills 20 ahead of May 31st presidential elections. Here's what every outlet agrees on. At least 20 people were killed and 36 injured in a bomb blast on the Pan American Highway in Cauca Department on April 27, 2026, local time. The attack occurred in Cajibio Municipality, Cauca Department, and left a crater 200 cubic meters in size. 15 women and 5 men, all adults, were killed in the blast, with 5 children among the injured, all now out of danger. 3 injured remain in intensive care after the attack. Military Chief Hugo Lopez stated the bomb exploded after assailants blocked traffic with a bus and another vehicle, calling it a terrorist attack against the civilian population. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states Miguel Uribe Turbay died 2 months later after being shot, while Newscomau does not specify his survival status beyond the shooting. This story was covered by The Guardian and news.com.au. Story 3 of 5. Australia's fuel crisis and proposed policy responses by Coalition and Labour. Australia's fuel crisis and proposed policy responses by Coalition and Labour. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Angus Taylor, opposition leader, proposed doubling Australia's fuel reserves to 60 days by 2030 via increasing the minimum stockholding obligation, MSO. The coalition's plan includes establishing an $800 million Australian fuel security facility to deliver at least 1 billion litres of new onshore fuel storage. Current national fuel stocks are below the International Energy Agency's 90-day reserve requirement, with Australia's reserves at 44 days of petrol, 33 days of diesel, and 30 days of jet fuel as of April 2026. Matt Canavan, Nationals leader, warned that regional Australia faces severe disruptions if diesel supplies fail, stating if the diesel doesn't turn up, the farm doesn't run and the shelves go empty. Energy Minister Chris Bowen confirmed 58 ships carrying fuel were en route to Australia as of late April 2026, but acknowledged reserves remain below the 90-day IEA target. But not all outlets told the same story. Newscomau states the coalition's plan would more than double fuel reserves, while ABC frames it as doubling reserves to 60 days from the current unspecified baseline. Newscomau claims the coalition's MSO increase would raise fuel prices by around 1 cent per litre, while ABC does not specify a price impact figure. Newscomau emphasizes the coalition's plan as a practical solution to stand on its own 2 feet, while ABC highlights Bowen's diplomatic efforts as a parallel approach to securing fuel supplies. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 4 of 5. CFMEU Administrator Mark Irving resigns amid corruption reforms and leadership upheaval. CFMEU Administrator Mark Irving resigns amid corruption reforms and leadership upheaval. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Mark Irving KC resigned as CFMEU Administrator on April 27, 2026, citing a need for a unionist to lead the rebuilding phase. Michael Crosby, a career unionist, was appointed to replace Irving as CFMEU Administrator. Irving was appointed CFMEU Administrator in August 2024 to clean up corruption and crime-tainted operations. Zach Smith, former CFMEU National Secretary, resigned in January 2026 amid serious disclosures from two women about his conduct. The Queensland Commission of Inquiry into the CFMEU is ongoing, with hearings resuming April 28, 2026, focusing on Cross River Rail project disruptions. But not all outlets told the same story. The Age states Irving's resignation was confirmed via a statement released on April 27, 2026, after the masthead broke the story, while ABC does not mention a specific breaking date. The Age reports Irving's resignation was planned well before his February 13 public announcement about investigating allegations against Smith, but ABC does not mention this timeline detail. The Age notes Irving's resignation was triggered by internal inquiries into Smith's conduct with two women, while ABC does not reference these specific allegations. This story was covered by ABC News and The Age. Story 5 of 5. 30th anniversary of the 1996 Port Arthur massacre and Australia's gun law reforms. 30th anniversary of the 1996 Port Arthur massacre and Australia's gun law reforms. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Martin Bryant killed 35 people and wounded 23 at Port Arthur Historic Site on April 28, 1996. Walter Mycak lost his wife, Nanette, and daughters Alana, 6, and Madeline, 3, in the massacre. The National Firearms Agreement, 1996, banned civilian ownership of semi-automatic and pump-action shotguns, restricted licenses, and included a gun buyback program. The gun buyback program destroyed over 650,000 firearms nationwide. No mass shootings, 5+ deaths, occurred in Australia between 1996 and 2018, compared to 13 in the 18 years prior. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states the Bondi attack occurred in 2025, while the article's publication date, 2026, suggests it may have been 2024 or 2025, no direct contradiction but ambiguity in timing. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au.